Hi everyone, it's Elven Moustache. Elven Moustache this time. Yeah, it's a Dwarven Moustache, but I'm beginning an elf army project. So yeah, this is basically an unboxing video. Uh, I'm still sort of in the reduced setting sort of thing, so it's all been a bit difficult. Uh, that's basically it. It's not necessarily the time for it, but if you're really, really, really curious and you want to hear a man be quite upset about changes of stances, then there is an update video, sort of probably dated as of probably about 3 weeks before this video goes up, roughly. But there's an update video. But yeah, that's not necessarily relevant for this video because this is an unboxing video of Elf Infantry. Yeah, it's the Oathmark stuff. Yeah, I've been quite pleased with these kits, and I keep hearing good things about them. The models and stuff, the plastic, and you get 30 in a box. They roughly look like this. They look like elves, Tolkien-esque elves. They've got, sorry about the shaky camera work. Hopefully the lighting's all right, but you know, it's, yeah, trying my best here. And you get the pointed helmets and stuff. And the main producers of them are North Star. Osprey do the Oathmark rule books, and it's sort of it's a battle version from the Joseph McCullen who did Frostgrave and Stargrave, and he's done a big battle sort of thing. Yeah, so this is the first time I'm opening one of the Elf Infantry boxes. I'm doing this last after doing a light infantry and cavalry box sets, so I'm filming all at the same time. So yeah, there we go. Might have to put the thing down, or I could do it like that. And yeah, you get 30 in a box. Yeah, the range seems to be pop. Yeah, if you the reasonably sorry, it's getting tongue tied. The reasonably priced, the very fairly priced, straight from the stockists, North Star. But yeah, but there's plenty. They seem popular enough that a lot of third-party stockists have them in stock. So you might be able to get one or two boxes, sort of, for a touch cheaper. But yeah, so you get the bases, the 25mm squares, thumbnail for thumbnail purposes, not really, but a thumbnail for scale. Don't have any bananas with me, but yeah, 30, 25, 30 bases of that. And don't know why I've got the tray with me, but yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you get 6 sprues of actual infantry. You get 5 on a sprue, and you get plenty of extra gubbins. You get a selection. Let's have a look. So, yeah, and you get the 30 bases. I brought the tray across to act as a sort of a table to help study the camera, but I'm moving around too much. But yeah, so they are all identical sprues. So yeah, you get 6 of the same sprue. So let's have a home in on one of the sprues. Move those out the way, and yeah, they all come in the box. Yeah. Right, so this is one of the sprues itself, and you get some spares. Yeah, standard. That's a fleur de lis. Presume that's probably to top something. Bows there. There are 5. Some more spears. And a couple of arrows for notching into bows. Quivers. Should really do that. Yeah. Going down again. You got the shields. I quite like the shape of these shields. The arms and the torsos. You get extra sword arms here. So yeah, you got a choice of with spears, with bows, with swords, with or without shields. Probably a bit difficult putting them on with the archers, but yeah. Let's have a look at these. So here you get, well, you can just about see the backs of the heads. You get plumes, presumably to go on the helmets, and you can see the back of the helmeted heads there. You get bare heads. Yeah, you can see there. A bit better, and then try and get to. You can sort of see the helmeted heads. I always like the conical helms, conical bassinets. I think the bassinets, apart from bassinets, don't have nose guards really. But yeah, and there we go. They even got the wood grain on the back of the shields, which is nice. But yeah, it's I've just done an unboxing of the batch of light elves, light infantry, and they're very, very plain shields. But with these ones, let's try and get the camera. You got like a notch taken out of the side to there, notches out of the top corners, each different there. But yeah. And then let's have a look at the torsos. These are the backs. And you can see the chainmail. And let's try. You can see with the sword arms, well, particularly these 2 sword arms here, that I've got really shoddy nails. But yeah. The chainmail comes down just past the elbow and tucks into the gloves. And the chainmail itself comes down to the knees. So, sort of, yeah. But yeah, I always like the pointed helms and stuff. Yeah. And it's what's happening with the archer arms got you got the tunic showing underneath, because presumably chainmail, very short-sleeved chainmail, because presumably it's you don't want chainmail slapping against your elbow while you're trying to concentrate on shooting as many volleys of arrows off as you can. But yeah, you got the standard here. I want to try and do my own standards, so it's how exactly I go about doing that I'm not necessarily sure. But I'll probably use paper with those, but yeah. I'm not sure I did the front of these. Well, yeah, you can see they're all sort of a bit different, and they're all sort of... there is a difference between these two. It's the sort of the pouch bit on the side. Well, yeah, these two are moderately similar. But yeah, they're very Tolkien-ish. Apart from they've got the sort of they've got the sort of like a chest plate with the swirl on and stuff. I think I saw Triskelly on one of these. No, but they've got the it's exactly how I do it with the chest platey bit, because I had thought I'll probably try and get some like a varnish, like gloss varnish, specifically for the chest plates, and then do it sort of like a coloured enamel over. I can do the chainmail sort of chainmail coloured, and then do like the unit identifier being that the chest plates are all sort of a different colour, but they're sort of glossy enamelled metal. compared to the rest of it. Yeah, they're glossy, straight up colours rather than, yeah. But yeah, yeah, I've got another box of these, so I've got 60 of these in total. Now, I've been puzzling a bit at what to do with these because I ordered them with some of the other stuff. Yeah, I ordered these with some of the other stuff, and what happened was before I received these, well, before I delivered them, I'd ordered them. Then before they got delivered, Oathmark North Star announced that the Elf Heavy Infantry were coming out, and it's sort of, yeah, those have got great swords and great axes, and those kits would be a bit more versatile for if I intend for me trying to fit the elves into sort of a Warhammer High Elf template. Sort of, I'd like to sort of try and do a sort of the uniforms being a bit sort of more non-conformist to any sort of specific genre, specific franchise. So I know with Warhammer they usually do the sort of mid blue and white uniforms with the very pale mithril silver armor work. But yeah, I wanted to do a sort of like magentas and terracottas with sort of mellow yellow and sort of sedate oranges and stuff. Sort of like sort of like a tropical sunset. If they're going to be bright elves after all, rather than full on high elves. Though I think I'm going to get some dazzling tufts. I think you get alien setting tufts, the bright purple or whatever, the neon pink sort of stuff. But yeah, so yeah, if it's known that the heavy infantry were on the way, I might have saved. I sort of would have much preferred them to get those, to be honest, from what I've seen. But in this batch, I probably would have got more light infantry. So it's what to do with these. There is the chance I could swap these out. But I've been having a look about whether I could use, because I've been sort of, yeah, I could. Yeah, it's sort of, because I'm using the light infantry as the usual infantry, so having the chainmail would mean that they're heavier infantry, but they don't necessarily have the heavy infantry options on the sprues or anything like that. So exactly how I go about doing that, it's because the spearheads are quite broad. So I could probably try and do sort of like a bodge together a cloak, or fit, and do like a proxy for the lines of trace line guards or something. But I'm not necessarily sure. But I could always. Yeah, because I'm a bit of a fan for the Swordmasters of Hoeth sort of thing. So yeah, but yeah, I had sort of hoped to try and do these as sort of like Phoenix Guard, but I'm not necessarily sure. So because elves are quite androgynous, and because these sort of have a sort of an obscuring chest plate, I was sort of perhaps thinking. I know in the light elf, in the cavalry sets, you have one single cloak spare on each sprue. So I can probably get 3 cloaks out of these. So but I had sort of thought about perhaps with these, because they're androgynous. Elves are generally androgynous, and they have the obscuring chest plate. Probably counting this lot as Sisters of Avelorn proxies and fitting them all with bows. Yeah, I mean, I could sort of do use them as full outright armor. Outright archers, but they're meant to be more lightly armoured than the light armour. They're meant to be more lightly armoured than the light infantry that I'm using as ordinary infantry. That's the way around I wanted to say. These are, in the lore, archers are meant to be more lightly armoured than the ordinary infantry, and I'm already using light infantry as the ordinary infantry. So having more heavily armoured archers is a bit weird. So unless I use these, yeah, I'm a bit reluctant to try and say that they're shadow warriors because, I mean, I could. Well, I could try and sort of get away with sort of dulled steel chainmail and sort of a bluish grey, more sort of shadowy coloured sort of. You can sort of see the gambeson undershirts and stuff underneath, and on the shields, and generally the leather work and stuff and the boot work could be sort of more sort of shadowy, sort of dulled colours and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I could do it that way around and have them all as archers and shadow warriors, or try and get away with them saying, oh, they're androgynous and they've got obscure chest plates, so therefore the counts as Sisters of Avelorn. Yeah, put them in the helmets and stuff, the helmeted heads, to obscure the faces and stuff. And yeah, I could do it that way around, but I'm not sure. But yeah. But then again, I sort of wanted to do it sort of a blackened chainmail, sort of a darker metal chainmail. Probably do like a scarlet sort of trim around the edges. You can just about see the slash down the front, and it's sort of like the edges are trimmed around the hem and stuff of these two. Sort of doing a scarlet sort of around there, and the actual chainmail itself being sort of a well-oiled chainmail sort of colour, dark, yeah, sort of scarlet and almost black. So yeah, they're meant to be from a tropical sort of place, so whether they are the Night Guard instead of Shadow Warriors or something, I don't know, it's, but they're still from the tropical realm. But yeah, I'm not necessarily sure. Or rather than them being Sisters of Avelorn, I do these in black and yellow, and they are the Sisters of Avelorn or something, because it's the Avelorn colours. But I'm not sure yet. Not fully. Yeah, it'd be a shame to sort of get rid of these. Would be nice to try and use them somehow. Yeah, any ideas? Put them in the comment section. But yeah, I think I might do these as sort of like elite archers and try and fill the Shadow Warrior or yeah, Sisters of Avelorn slot. There's an obvious pun there with that, but it's like trying to get them as the Avelorn guards sort of thing, and it's yeah. Anyway, I'm blathering now. That's just sort of an army plan sort of thing, and it's when I get the Elven Infantry, the Elven Heavy Infantry through, I'll do an unboxing of them, and hopefully I might actually be able to get sort of to settle down to actually sort of settle down for long enough to actually start building these and stuff like that. I'm getting a bit sort of impatient with that. I want to sort of settle. But anyway, I'm blathering. Stay safe, guys. Stay groovy.